Morning guys, welcome back to Derby Kai on this rather nice morning. Let me just get into the shed. See, the lights on. Yeah, I'd say it's rather nice this morning. Yeah, sorry I haven't put a video out yesterday. It's actually now Saturday morning. There was no video yesterday, unfortunately. I've been extremely busy at work and everything else, and then getting home quite late, and I've been trying to do some work and renovations on the cottage, so I just haven't had time to do anything. So yeah, it's Saturday now, so I've obviously got my normal work to do, my filters and everything else. Yes, everything else. So I thought I'd do a quick bit of recording. On that, I'd like to say thank you to those who messaged me yesterday asking if I was okay, because obviously I do normally put a video out for Friday at 4 o'clock, about 4 o'clock, and obviously one didn't go out, so I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who messaged me. I had 2 or 3 messages to say, is everything okay? Yes, I'm fine, everything's good, but as I said, just been really busy at the moment. So yeah, and as it being winter, I haven't had that much to do on the pond. Obviously I'm covered up now, so it's just my general maintenance I've been doing, so there's not been that much to film, unfortunately. But yeah, so I want to get this one out today. Well, hopefully it'll go out today. If not, hopefully tomorrow morning. If it is, good morning. Yeah, so where are we? What am I doing today? Yeah, temperatures. It was about 6 degrees, I believe, last night. It went down to, and this morning, a quick look, you can see that we're at 12.2 here in the pond, so I'm really pleased about that. We've had a couple of nights, when was that now? It's probably last Sunday and Monday, I think it was, something like that. We had -1 and -2 in the night. Got up in the morning, lovely frost all over the floors and all over the covers, and the works vehicle was frozen, and so that was fun defrosting in the morning. Yeah, but so went down to them temperatures, and the lowest I've had so far, and it was those 2 days when we had really cold weather. I went down, I think it was 10.6 the pond went down to, so it's holding temperatures really well. Compare that to one of my neighbours around here. As I said before, he's got a pond around the same size as mine, and he's uncovered, and after those couple of nights his temperatures went down to, he's floating around the 7 degrees, so obviously he's not feeding, but at these temperatures I can still feed. Yes, they're still on wheat germ. In fact, that reminds me, let's go and give them a bit now. They haven't been fed this morning. Let me spin you around. Okay, I think they're still hungry, because as you can see here, look, bits of this leaves, which is off my watercress. My skim out is probably full of it, so let's give them a little bit this morning. And of course, Henrietta's straight up. As you can see, still nice and active this morning, all going well. Kuchaka's doing really well, really pleased with his progress on him. I'm pleased with all of them at the moment, all doing really well for the winter. Oh, there's my little goldfish just down there. Actually, I don't think you probably can't see him in this. I'm gonna have to sort the polarised filter out. Yeah, we might just see him just down there somewhere. Yeah, so very happy with the way they are at the moment. Obviously it's still covered. Now again, I've just noticed a little mark on him. Oh, it's a tiny bit of carp pox coming on Henrietta as well, another bit more. Yeah, that'll disappear when the temperatures rise up, but yeah, very happy with them at the moment. Fingers crossed they stay that way. Okay, yes, somebody mentioned, another comment obviously mentioned about the reasons why I have my covers in my last video, and somebody says, again, you know, it's a hot debate whether to cover or not. Obviously, you know the reasons why, and as I've said today, temperature wise it's keeping a really good temperature, which I'm happy about, so I can feed them for longer. But somebody says, you know, again, just enjoy them, don't cover them. Yeah, I understand that, but as I said, I get up in the morning, go to work, it's pitch black dark. By the time I get home overnight, it's dark. So for them 5 days in the week, 6 days, some days if I'm working weekends and whatever, I don't get to see them. So I go home, go to work, it's dark, I come home, it's dark. So I can't enjoy them anyway, so I would rather have them covered and keep that temperature. Yes, the weekend's here, I can enjoy them a bit now. That's why I open the covers. I've only opened the one at the moment, still the sun's up here. You can see it just cresting over the conifer hedge. That'll come a little bit higher, and obviously I'm in the shade at the moment still, so once that gets a little bit and comes round, I get a bit more sun on the pond, I'll open the other end up. But yeah, that's you know, I don't get to see them because it's dark. I haven't got lights in the pond, so that's another one for that one. Talking of food, what I've decided to do is I've decided to stock up on a bit of food. I'm actually ordered some for next year, my summer food, which is, you know, I like the high growth. I went for the Queenie Pie premium growth last year, so I'm in the process of ordering bits and pieces, including food, just sort of stuff I think I'm going to need for next year, that I definitely know I'm going to need for next year. Obviously with treatments, I don't know. I've got various treatments up here, and in my I've got my first aid kit, and there's FMG and bits and pieces up there for emergencies. But obviously you can't keep everything in stock. The reason being, you know, when you read what's going on at the moment with prices, I believe personally next year, not just in the koi world, in everything at the moment, it's affecting a lot of other things, like building materials prices have gone ridiculous, polycarbonate's gone through the roof, but things in general, the prices really are starting to go up now, and I think next year we're going to have a real bad price increase on some of these things. So if I can get them now, get the food, it's in a sealed container, it's going to last. Yeah, things like that. I'm probably going to order some more. My pure pond balls, and maybe even some more filter starter on my order. I just believe that next year I think we're going to have some price increase, and it's going to go absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for now. Right, moving on. Another thank you, some more big thank yous this time. As I said in my previous video, it was Bisley's birthday this week. It was actually on Thursday, it was his second birthday. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody here on YouTube and on Facebook who sent out birthday wishes for Bisley. Yes, he had an absolutely fantastic day. Obviously he was at work, but when I got home he was spoilt rotten. In fact, he had 2 days. Because I was at work, I spoilt him rotten on the Thursday, lots of treats and presents and bits and pieces. And then on the Friday when I come home again, I spoilt him again. I spoil him every day really, but I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who sent those those birthday wishes to Bisley. I really do appreciate it, and I know Bisley does as well. Which moves me on to giving a quick shout out to one of those people who sent a birthday wish, and he actually sent a lovely like electronic card. It's quite a funny card. I'll see if I can get it in the video and show you. I did like it. I did think it was lovely. Thank you. And that was, if I get the name right, yes, Jolly Koi. A big thank you to Jolly Koi for that. He has got his own channel. He's got some good content, so pop on over there, say hello, tell him that Bisley sent you. I'll leave a link down in the description for you. But pop on over. He's got a lovely little pond actually. It's a very nice little natural looking pond. My type of pond, to be honest, so pop on over and say hello. Okay, also want to remember one of the questions I've asked again I have said in the past that would, well, I said last year, I believe, around this time last year, that one of my projects for this year was hopefully do a grow-on tank. Obviously, that hasn't happened at the moment. But let me just take you around the back and show you what I'd like to do, or have a chat about what I'd like to do, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, around here. This is obviously the area I've done some slabbing this year. Yes, I still haven't had a chance to do my drain. I've got to get that in. Now, grow-on tanks. This is where I was thinking maybe do a grow-on tank, something here. Now, what I did manage to get hold of was this. Right here. Was this thing? Yes, it's a little plastic pallet type crate. I know people have used these in the past for them, so what I thought was that make a perfect grow-on tank. But what I'd actually like is like 2 of them. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for this one. Somebody had this one and they gave it to me, which I really appreciate. Somebody at work, I really appreciate that. So I am looking for another one. They're very hard to come by because I know you can buy them new, but they're bloody expensive. Yes, yeah, and you can get them second hand, but unfortunately nowhere near where I am, and miles away. So I am keeping my eye out for another one and get another one. And if I can find one, I would like to put 2 of them here. Then I was thinking of putting some sort of roof on, because obviously you can see I do need to prune this. It is the neighbours, and he said it's okay for me to prune. As you can see, it is a bit overhanging a bit, so I've got to cut those back. But I would like to put something here, and maybe with a roof on it to protect it a little bit, and in the winter then I can put sides on and wrap it up around the side. But I'd like to put something here, but again, I'd like it to be this year. I don't know if it will be this year. What are you doing up there? Come on, don't get going up there, yeah. I have got a lot of work to do on the cottage, but budget is quite tight, unfortunately. So obviously with that 2 of those, I'd need pumps. I did consider joining them together and running it off one pump, which I might do, but I've still got to buy a decent pump and have some sort of filter system, whether I make my own or buy something. But again, it's all to do with budget, and at the moment I haven't got the budget. So yes, I'd love to get something up ready for next year and get some fry in there, but until I can source pumps and filters and get some money together to get those, that might be on hold. But it is something I'd really like to do. But yeah, at the moment it's on hold, but never say never. See what I come across, if I can find something cheap enough, but we'll see. But that's my plans. Hopefully maybe get another one of those if I can get the money together to get the other stuff, but we shall see. But apart from that, there's not much else going on around here. Okay, so that's what I would like to do with the grow-on, but as I said, who knows. Right, little bit of a schoolboy error on my part, so I'll show you. I obviously got my driveway and my garden and everything else. I was having a little bit of weed coming through on the drive and on the path, so I got some weed killer and sprayed it, killed the weeds off, and yeah, schoolboy error. I'll show you what I did after I'd sprayed it. Now obviously you can see I've got the driveway at the front and all this driveway here, and all the pathway and around the back, and I had bits of weed and bits of grass coming up. Obviously with grass seed it went up, you know, blew across onto there, so I had a little bit up, so I sprayed all that out, and without even thinking, obviously I walk up and down the path, and then I come up here and walked across my lawn. As you can see, walked across here for some reason and then down to here, and that is my footprints. Obviously I'd been walking through the chemical that I'd sprayed on the floor and walked across my grass. Yes, schoolboy error, I do know. That was obviously my first footprint, so you can see exactly where I've been walking on the garden. Now I walked that way up there and decided to walk back, and it was still on my feet, so it killed a bit of my grass off. So it will come back, but with him he wrecks the grass anyway, as you can see here. This was all fully seeded and turfed. That was actually a new piece of turf this year. That was all this was re-turfed this year because he'd ruined it before, and he's doing it again. But it's his garden, he can do what he likes. But yeah, score by out. If you do use chemicals and you're spraying, don't walk over your grass until you've cleaned your shoes. Still got these, yes, still haven't put these in yet. All these plants here to go in. Okay, I'm gonna just cleaning my filters. So I'm now just about to do my upflow. So let's get that on. There we go. The upflow's cleaning. That hasn't been done in probably a week, I'd say, at least a week. This time of year, obviously, with the covers on, and they're not eating anywhere near as much as I normally do. They're not producing as much, so the cleaning regime has slowed down, and that bubbling you can hear is actually the air coming out the returns. But yeah, so don't forget, business head. There we go. That's clean. Still quite dirty. Turn it off and let it settle a minute. So even though they're not really eating as much, I don't know if this is actually going to pick up the colour of the water. It's quite dirty for a week, so I will give that its double clean. It really is quite dirty, to be honest. I might have to do that a little bit at the moment until they stop feeding, probably twice a week still at the moment. But yeah, anyway, I'll turn that back on a minute to make some noise. So yeah, this was done a couple of days ago, a couple of nights ago. I have got to do my upflow filter, but yeah, you can see that now, look. It's quite dirty, that. So I'll boil that again in a minute, give that another good boil. Right, I have been asked a couple of times, to be honest, this year, if I've ever considered doing a bit of a Q&A session. And to be honest, it's not something I'd ever really thought about doing. But I've had, like I said, I've had 2 or 3 people say, you know, would you like to want to ask me some questions? Yes, I got a lot of questions, obviously, on Facebook and on YouTube. But if that's somewhat what people want, then fine, I'm more than happy to do that. So what I've decided to do is do a Q&A. So if you want to ask me a question, you can absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be correlated, nothing too personal. Yeah, ask me absolutely anything, and then I'll do a bit of a Q&A session, and hopefully I can answer all your questions. If there's too many, I might have to do a couple. But what I think I might do is with that Q&A is I might do a bit of a pen giveaway as well. So if you do want to ask me a question, you would like a pen as well. If you don't want a pen, that's fine. But what I need you to do is ask me a question in the comments of this video. So ask me any question you like, anything at all. It can be about me, Bisley, whatever you want. Again, like I said, nothing too personal. Ask me any question you like, but at the end of the question, put a question mark. Because what I'm going to do in a random comment picker, that's how we're going to do the draw for the pen. With a question mark, so you've answered the question, and that'll be part of the draw. And with the questions as well, I'll do the random, I'll put them all in a hat, and whatever, we'll do the questions that way, do them as random pickers. Just pick a random question, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And we'll do the draw for a pen. And if I don't get it, you know, you want me to do some more questions like in another video, we'll do the same again. So yeah, so not much going on, like a lot with everybody. I have got something I'm trying to get sorted out for a little video, something a little bit different maybe. I hope that'll come off maybe towards the end of the month, maybe beginning of December. Hopefully I've got some things I need to get straightened out. Hopefully it'll come off. It may not happen, but I don't want to say too much at the moment. Be something a little different. We'll have to and hopefully you'll like it. Yeah, So got my filters to finish clearing. Again, big thank you to everybody who sent Bisley his birthday wishes on YouTube and on Facebook, and a big thank you again to those who messaged me and asked me if I was okay. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, not much going on. Obviously I'll keep updated as much as I can. Sorry this video I didn't get a video on Friday, but hopefully this will suffice. So until my next one, don't forget to like, share, and as Bisley says, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps me out. Don't forget to pop over to Facebook and catch me on there. That's it for now. So until the next one, stay safe. Jobs are good.